What's up, everybody? Today is September 23rd, 2011, and hopefully I'm speaking loud enough because when I hear things that hurt me a little bit or when something's difficult for me to discuss, that my voice tends to get low because it's saddened by the pain of it. Um, First, the good news is that, yay, I was hired for a job and I start as soon as they get my uniform, so that tells you what type of job it is. But I'm glad to have some form of income coming in, so that's awesome. Um, as always, I'm trying to better myself and do something. I want to put something good out into society, and I'm continuously looking, for work and that type of thing. So, um, I was online and I was working on my resume, redoing it and everything for Monster. And in the background, because I've been staring at the computer all day, in the background, I decided just for some company and just to kind of ease the vibe a little bit as it's getting late, I decided that I wanted to watch a movie in the background. I wanted it to be, something funny like an African American comedy or something like that. So I typed in black movie or something, and Black Panthers came up. And so I said, okay, this looks interesting. I can watch it as long as it's not too serious. And it wasn't a real footage documentary or anything. It was just it was just a movie that they made. And I was reading from my journal, well, writing in my journal, to kind of give me support and encouragement as I'm going along and, doing my resume. Because some part of it is hard for me because my life has changed so much since what has happened, to me. And I guess I could just read you the excerpt because I tend to be long-winded and I'll add things and everything. But if I just stick to what I wrote, I was writing in my journal, like I said, as I go along. So I'm gonna skip the part that you probably don't want to hear. But it says, I'm watching this Black Panther party movie, and it's a great contrast from me working on a job application slash resume. In light of the lethal injection of the person yesterday, I almost feel that this paper chasing is a distraction to what's really going on in the world. That life, the life of the person executed, is gone. But there are many more still breathing, living today. And if we are so preoccupied with appearances, electronics, looking good, smelling good, eating good, then what about the things that are really important, like people? I know that there are not many people that you can really stop and pay attention to in this world because this world is very competitive, and that's diplomatically speaking. It is a dog eat dog world out there, and sometimes, I know from experience, the moment that you slip up and take a moment to care, you could end up missing a step that's vital for your survival, your life, and falling. It's not guaranteed that everyone that you help is going to return the favor or even speak kindly of you. But I'm just asking that people be aware. There is a whole world out there outside of you. And pay attention. You're human. You have instincts. There are people out there that are genuinely good people. And if you come across them, give them the time of day. They deserve it. Don't be too self-absorbed. In addition, don't believe that you can hand somebody money or sign something and hand it off to a stranger and believe it's going to help the person right in front of you. You are there. The person is there. As long as they mean you no harm and do not harass you in any way, take the time to get to know them and what's really going on. It may seem so far from you, and you may believe it doesn't have anything to do with you, but this could realistically become your reality or the reality of someone you know and love. So basically, all I'm saying in that is that I want to congratulate everybody on their lives and their lifestyles and everything like that. And for those of you that like give donations to different places or to hand to someone else, take the time yourself. Find maybe once a week. You don't have to go volunteer at a shelter or anything like that because you need a real life experience. And those experiences, when you go through these institutions and things, they're filtered. You only see what's allowable for you to see. But get to know somebody. Go out and maybe just once a week. Use your discretion and your spirit of discernment, but go out and find one person that looks like they're having a hard time, or looks like somebody that you would not normally associate with. Again, as long as they're not going to harm you or get you in trouble, and just be like, hey man, what's up? How you doing? You know, and introduce yourself. Don't ask them a bunch of questions about them. Tell them about you. Hi, my name is Maria. How you doing today? Um, Tell them about you. If you see something interesting about them, tell them a little about yourself first. Just to grease the communication a little bit so that they're more open to flow back to you. Learn a little something. There's people right around you that's been through some things. You feel me? And so I think the most that you can do for somebody else isn't anything, it helps financial or anything like that, but truly find out what a person needs. Find out where people are coming from, you know. History repeats itself. This thing that happened yesterday, I mean, it's nothing new. It wasn't over in the 60s or 70s or whenever the Black Panther, but now it's just a newer version of it. It's because it was a racial thing, it died down. But now it's gone across racism. It's something different here, It's just, I'm just saying, be aware. I mean, it's maybe not your personal, individual livelihood is at stake right at the moment or anything like that, but just what's at stake is just the goodness in the world. You understand me? I mean, like, and I don't subscribe to any particular thing or anything, but there was a saying that said that the battle is actually power and principalities. That's what it's about. It's about power and principles. Who's gonna be right and who's gonna be wrong. And sometimes it has no rhyme or no reason, and I'm moving because of the light, but it has no rhyme or no reason. But the thing is that I think, as far as good and evil and all that goes, there are a lot of good people, like I said, still around, but it's hard to be good and wear it as a badge. You feel me? Because when you do that, there's also a lot of bad people that's around, and your light, sometimes hurts their eyes, and or it sheds light on something that they may be doing that, that may not be right, and you may not even realize that that's what's going on. You're just being you, and you're being good, But like I said, I'm just encouraging everyone to get to know somebody, and I know that just because I'm saying this is a blanket statement, everybody that I'm saying it that maybe viewing it may not be good either, but I mean, whatever it is, because I guess good and bad is, a perception of who's on top, but get to know somebody, get to know something about them that makes you tick, something that you like. And because my remedy, I think, is that, just for society in general, that if you are at ease with yourself, meaning that you're happy in your situation with yourself, because you can't, control everything around you, but with who you are, your place in society, or your goal that you're trying to get to, you cure a lot of disease, uneasiness within you and within society as a whole. So it's very important to know yourself. And because we are all one part of each other, to get to know each other, at least once in a blue moon, And I don't know, I'm guilty too, but I'm a very empathetic person. So like I said, I was going to go on, and I did. So I'm going to stop, but I feel things deeply. And I truly, even though with this situation, I say to myself a lot. Even before then I did, but it was in the hopes of getting out and actually doing a lot of good. But in the light of this situation, I have kind of shut everything down, because I realized that a lot of damage can be done and perceptions are easily swayed, you know. So I just, I feel that
What's
pain.
up,
And
everybody? I'm just recording this because I wanted to listen to somebody's music. And you had to have an account, so I'm just making something up off the top of my head. Wondering where you've been. I sit here wondering, are you my friend? You said you would always be there for me, and I waited so patiently.